Hey everyone, Positron here with a bit of a channel update and perhaps maybe a little bit of a life update on what's been going on. We're getting the question a few times in various channels, how are things? So yeah, I thought I'd take a few minutes at least and discuss that, what I can discuss at least, and talk a little bit about the channel and what's going on for the future and things of that nature. So I hope this will be informative for you. So first and foremost, it's been a few months since I moved now. That was kind of the last channel update I did. And the question I've gotten a lot is, how was the move? Given the current situation with COVID-19 and things of that nature, the move was a bit stressful. It was a bit harrowing. Now, of course, we got here no problem. Everything was fine in the end. Leading up to that was very stressful in terms of, are we even going to be able to do it? I think one of the big concerns, we had hired movers and things like that, and I was, had to be constantly checking in because it was getting to the point where, were they not going to be considered essential services? Were they not going to be able to do it? Was something going to happen during the move? Things of that nature. Fortunately, everything was fine on that front. We ended up driving down here, and the drive was spooky, I guess I would say. There was very, very, very little traffic at the time since everyone was kind of, quarantining, even more so than now. Which we're not going to get into that, but please be safe, everyone. Yeah, so it was okay. Everything went fine. It went probably as good as it could have gone. That was fine. So when I got down here, of course, I immediately started. Really, it was probably only a few days later I started working at Epic Games. So yeah, if you're unaware, I work at Epic Games QA. I'm working from home. They are very, very cautious about anyone getting sick. They don't want anybody to put themselves at risk. And overall, it's been a great experience. Now, can I talk much about what I do for work? I really can't. I can tell you that I work on Fortnite. That's, obviously that's Epic's big thing right now. And that's about the extent of what I can tell you due to NDA and things like that. So, but yeah, so if there are things you enjoy about Fortnite, maybe I'm helping making them come true at this point. Now, for other things I've been doing, other things I've been working on, I've mentioned off and on in the past, there's a project I've been working on for a while. Again, unfortunately, I can't really talk about that yet, but I'm hoping that will change fairly soon. And I'll be able to talk about that a little bit and show you what I've been working on. We'll see how that goes. And of course, the other general question I get is, how am I? Doing quite well, I would say. Everything is going well. Again, with the move and such, I haven't really seen much of the area, but seems like it's nice. But I've mostly just been kind of staying in, only going out when needed, staying safe. I support various social causes that are happening now, but I myself have been staying fairly quarantined, I would say, just to stay safe. I just don't want to take any risks. So other than the life stuff, what have I been up to? Sometimes I get questions, like, well, what else do I play? One of the big ones, of course, is, I've been playing World of Warcraft for essentially forever at this point. Now, I'm playing a lot less since my new job schedule, but, I still raid. I play a Protection Paladin, currently working on the last couple of bosses on Mythic in the current raid, and hopefully we'll get that down pretty soon. So that's always been a good time. WoW for me has always been kind of coffee with friends, right? Like, even when there's a bit of a content drought, it's still fun to hook up a couple of times a week and play with a group of people that you enjoy spending time with. I've also been playing some Animal Crossing. Now, I'm a lot more casual than a lot of people. Put a little bit of time into it every day to kind of see what's going on my island and talk to the villagers and things like that. I haven't gotten too crazy with it. I did go one day where I spent, I think, 150 tickets to try to get a good villager. But I've also got some that are unpopular. I started off with Lyman, which I know is unpopular. And in fact, he's kind of the running meme on my island as the villager everyone loves to hate, but he's quite endearing, I will say. I also put a lot of time into Monster Train. That was a game that came out maybe almost 2 months ago now, and kind of that Slay the Spire-esque game, and I've put a pretty good chunk of time into that off camera. It's kind of my maybe unwind or first thing in the morning, just something to get my mind moving. I've also been recently playing Hades again since we played it on stream this week. That is a fantastic roguelike. I kind of have a soft spot for roguelikes, which hampers my progress on other non-roguelike games, but I just can't. I can't help myself. I just can't get enough of them. They're just, that endless feedback cycle is just really, really enticing to me. Most recently, I played through The Last of Us 2. Now, I'm going to say, let's not discuss any spoilers here for anybody that hasn't played it or is still playing or things like that. But I did finish that the other day. Loved it. Don't agree with much of the controversy, but I really, really enjoyed my time with it. And if you're playing it, I hope you're enjoying it. So what are the current plans for the channel? This is what, I mean, I'm sure most of you are looking for information. Right now we're playing Alva's Legacy, which I'm having a great time with. We just finished up Shantae, the newest Shantae. Now I didn't end up going 100% on that, mostly because the way the map was laid out, it was just going to take a lot of extra time. And I didn't want to just keep delaying things. So I typically like to do 100%, but with my current schedule, don't be surprised if you see some stuff that are more in the 90% range. Now, Alva's Legacy is a little more friendly in terms of the map showing some things you found or where items are. So I might be able to 100% that. I'm certainly going to try. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how much I end up missing as we get towards the end of that. But I think we're actually I have no idea. I'm guessing maybe like halfway through that game. I honestly have not even the slightest idea. What would I like to play after that? Well, looking at the time, we might do another cross series sort of situation where I'm doing it every other day. Curse of the Moon 2, which was really a surprise to me that was even coming out this soon and that there was even a thing. That's coming out very soon. I played that on the channel and I really enjoyed it myself. I played it through on my Switch like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times at least. So I think that's something I'd like to do on the channel as well. If you're not familiar, Curse of the Moon is kind of the spin-off of the main Bloodstained series, or I guess you can call it a series now. And it's more of an 8-bit style classic Castlevania situation. I really, really enjoyed the first one, so pretty excited to play another one. I'd like to continue doing, the one-off videos to show off games that I think are interesting or that I can help promote a little bit. Not to be a shill, but hey, there's some stuff out there that I want people to see. I want people to discover these games. I want people to be able to see for themselves if it's something that they want to play and things like that. However, something I've been battling with for a while is I've been calling these quick looks for a long time. And first of all, that name is apparently used by Giant Bomb, which I didn't know for a long time. And it doesn't really represent me, I guess. So at some point, I need a name for these things. Do I just straight up call it just Positron Plays? I don't know. So if you've got any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'd be interested to hear if you have any ideas for a name there. Beyond that, I don't have any major plans for what's coming up next. There are things you are looking forward to that you think would be interesting for me to play through. Feel free to let me know. Now, there are some stipulations there. I probably won't play stuff that are big, sprawling open world games at this point, just because from a recording standpoint, if I do maybe 20 to 30 minute episodes and it's like a 50-hour game, that's 100 episodes. That's challenging, to say the least, to fit that in and not, 1, lose everyone's interest, 2, lose my own interest, and 3, be able to play anything else. So I'm trying to think, probably maybe something of the length of like Trials of Mana is probably the longest I'm looking to do right now, just for the sake of keeping things moving on the channel. Now, that being said, we play some stuff on stream that is a little more open-ended for that nature. If you're unaware, I stream every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we play for a couple hours with a couple of friends of mine. Currently, we continue to play Remnant from the Ashes. That game has been fantastic. One of our favorite games to play for sure. New DLC for that coming out in August, so we'll absolutely go back to it again then. We've been playing some Risk of Rain 2. That's kind of our good fallback. We started playing Hades. The Nerdy Dad was his first time ever playing it. Meta and I, Meta Forever. We got into Hades actually because there was a QA position opened that had a little bit of a challenge requirement going through Hades. That's actually when I picked it up and played it a ton. And then we usually play stuff like Souls-likes and things like that. We're thinking of picking up Hellpoint, seeing how that plays out in terms of the full release. Played the kind of demo chapter they have, and the full release is coming, I think, at the end of the month. So we're looking into that. It might be something we play on stream. And also, Mortal Shell recently came out with a beta that I've tinkered around with just last night. So that might be something we play on stream a little bit. So that's everything I've got for now. That's all the plans I've got. That's kind of how I am doing. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll certainly be more than willing to read any comments you leave. And if you're wondering, how can I help out the channel in general? The biggest thing is click the like button. That goes a huge way in promoting my videos so other people see them. Of course, you can always become a member of the channel. There's the paid subscription now on YouTube for individuals. There's multiple tiers there, so but don't ever feel obligated like you need to spend money. You're never going to lose any content. Things I generally do there is sometimes I'll send out member-only polls and things like that, or if you want the emoticons to use and things of that nature. But please don't feel like you have to become a member or you're going to miss content. Right now, I'm not doing any preview content, I'm not doing any exclusive content. So for right now, that's how that situation is. But otherwise, yeah, clicking like, leaving comments, having other people subscribe, things like that helps quite a bit, helps build the community. I always love seeing all the comments. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching, or I guess thanks for listening. I'll see you soon.